Morning, my friend. Come, let me tell you. Come, let me tell you. Shoo. You know this thing with Susan and this new man of hers? Hi, there's something about that guy. Doesn't sit right with me. Doesn't sit right with me. My friend, you know this guy? You know Susan? Oh, same Susan. Hi, there's something wrong with that guy. And I need to find out what that thing is because I want to tell Susan. But I don't know where to start with this guy. He's hiding something. This guy's hiding something. You know, I want to go tell Susan, but I don't want Susan to think or feel like I'm a gossiper. You know, I don't like gossip. You know, I don't like gossip, or that I'm meddling in her life. My friend, you know I don't like gossip. You know, I don't like gossipers. Ooh, gossipers, you must stay away from those people. But anyway, my friend, I just feel like I need to tell Susan something. You know, Mpumi is her friend. I think I'm going to find out from Mpumi first. And then I'll come back, I'll tell you. When I have something, then I'll go to Susan. Mm.
I'm gonna try. Work till I die. I'm gonna fail and get up, cause I'm not giving up on my dream.
Hey gorgeous, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Kopano, and this is How I Do Things, the show where you send me your questions and I'll let you know how I would do things. Now you can use it as entertainment or take it as advice. Use it, don't use it, do what you will with it. I'm just letting you know what I would do if I was in your shoes. Now my friend, come here. Come, my friend, let me tell you. You know these questions that have been in my inbox? Some of these questions, I can't do a video about them all, but they deserve something. You know, 5 situations, 5 different scenarios where I feel like one of 3 things is going on. Man is being dodged. Man is just not that into you. Woman must move on. These are things that sometimes we need to hear, but we don't even hear them all the time. And in these different scenarios that I'm going to tell you about now, it needs to sink in that maybe this guy is not that into me. Maybe this guy is not meeting my standards and is not respecting me. So maybe I should go. We'll get into that now. Now, if you have any questions that you want to send to me, head over to my Instagram and look for this picture right here. It is in my Insta story highlights at Kopano. You just need to go over there. You'll see it in my Insta story highlights, the little lavender circle that says How I Do Things. Reply and let me know what you want me to talk about in my next video. And maybe we'll do a Q&A scenario again in the next Cozy Conversations and get down to the problems that are affecting our hearts. Wait. Come back. Have you subscribed? It's down here. Down here, there's a word that says subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. Let the girl know that you actually like what she's doing. You like how I do things. And you want me to continue serving you that heat. Because I will. You want it? I give it to you, my darling. But let's get into this. Rooibos, just normal rooibos tea. It's the Woolies one. And this is the Carol Boyce cup. Well, it's a mug and it is full because I love my tea. I can drink it all. So let me know in the comment section, what are you drinking so that we can have our tea together? Ching ching. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys the question and then we're going to get into the answers. So the first one is, so I've been in this relationship with this guy who always ghosts me and comes back after days. He would go without texting nor calling. And when I told him I don't like it, what he was doing, he said he would like to change. Every time he ghosts me, I wait about 3 days, then call him and he would pick up, but then he would be moody towards me. Then when he was fine, he would call me nonstop and things would go back to normal. He always had time for his friends, but not me. When I told him about that, he said I was overthinking. The past few weeks, he was just emotional, unavailable. He stopped calling. I would be the one to call him. He stopped responding to my texts. Sometimes when I call him, he would say he would call me back, but he never would call me back. Then I decided we needed to talk. Called him one time, he was busy and said he would call me later. Later that day, I would call him, he didn't pick up. I left him texts for him to read, and when he finally picked up, he would tell me he's tired. Can you please advise? I'm trying to figure out what I did wrong. You did nothing wrong. You did absolutely nothing wrong, my friend. I remember this one time I was watching Oprah and Iyanla was there, and she said that, and it's a line that Oprah repeats all the time because she just thinks it's such a powerful line. When a person shows you who they are, believe them. He's unavailable. If he has been emotionally unavailable, it means he's unavailable. If he isn't calling you and he's too busy for you, then you're not a priority in his life. It's very hard to move on from something that you wanted, and maybe you already had started to think of how great this relationship would be and how it would work out and all of those things. But my love, you need to move on. The minimum is respect. And if he's not calling you back when he said he would call you, if he's not giving you the attention, if you have to chase after this man, if he's been emotionally unavailable, you have to raise your standards and say that I need to be in a relationship with someone who's going to give me what I'm giving him. If I'm going to put an effort, he needs to also put an effort. And him being wishy-washy, here today, gone tomorrow, is not going to work for you. Thing is, I don't think this guy is as into you as you are into him. And that's a very dangerous thing. You guys need to be on par, at least. It's not going to work out. You're just going to continue to get irritated, and you're going to continue to get hurt and keep trying to spark a fire with wet wood. It's not going to work. My darling, me, I would let go. If I was in your shoes, I would just send him a text and be like, listen, this isn't going to work for me. Bye. If anything, I'd actually ghost him. He's ghosted you, continue to leave him be a ghost. Even if he comes like, ooh, I love you, let him continue to be a ghost. I get it, he showed you he's a ghost. Let him ghost. Hey, you shall no longer see him. Question number 2. Hi, Kopano. Is it possible to discuss the following topic on your channel? He wants the two of us. He says he loves us both, but he cannot choose. That man cheats anyway. So if we know each other, then would it make our lives easier? Girl, you know, there are relationships like this. Let me just start off by saying there are relationships like this where there are two women who know about each other with one guy. I don't prescribe to such relationships, so I'm not going to give you any advice along that path. If Sminaiza was in your shoes, what I would do is I would say, bye. Can't do this? You can't choose for yourself? So let me help you make a decision. I'll go so that the two of you can be together. Standards are sexy. Standards are so sexy. And there will be a man who looks at your standards and says, I want to level up because of this girl's standards. They are sexy. I told you guys, my minimum standard is mutual respect. I respect you enough to make you my only man, and I deserve the same. Your standards should be set on, this is what I will never do to you because I respect you. Therefore, these are the things you should never do to me because I respect you. Think of that as your standards. People are just like, I want a man who's like this, and I want a man who's like this, and I want a man like this. He must drive a car like this. He must have a house like this. And those are your those are not standards. Standards have to do with how you treat a person and the values of a person. Things that actually you cannot touch, but things you will always feel in the relationship. How he speaks to you. Is he motivated? Is he a go-getter? Does he have a vision? You can't touch those things, but you can see them in your relationship. So you need to have standards that say that I will never do this to you because these are the standards I've set for you. Therefore, you should never do that to me. Those are my standards. That's how I set standards. So if somebody is doing something to you that you are just like, I would never do that to you, then that person is breaking your standards. You must go. We must be, guys, we have got options. Ladies, we have got options. Ladies, we've got options. Nah, if I was in your shoes, I would go and let him know that I don't have to be in this relationship. I don't have to be in this relationship, so I'm going. I'm not going to be in a relationship with a man who's with another woman and open it to my face. Yes, there are some people who are able to have relationships like that, but me personally, I'm not one of those people. So I'm going. That's it. Because what stops him from adding another person? Now there's 3 of you. I can't. Question number 3. I really want to introduce my boyfriend to my family. Kodwa, I don't really think my mom will approve. I think I've been in this situation before. I was just like, I kind of was like slow introducing, a soft launch on my mom. Where I tell her little bits and pieces about this person and more and more and more. So by the time she meets this person, khushab. And the reason why I did this, okay, is that I knew she would not 100% approve. My mother's the type of person who would tell me what she thinks, but she would allow me to make my own choices, okay? And I would know that I've made my own choice, but it's a choice my mother does not like. And I'd have to live with that. That being said, I've also come to realize that my mother is almost always right when it comes to life and relationship things. She's been around these streets. You know, the thing is, we need to respect our elders in that they've seen more in life than we have. The game has never changed. When it comes to men and women, the game has never changed. It will never change. The game don't change. It don't change, but the players do. The game does not change. The generations may come, the generations may go. The game of men is never changing. These questions are not new. They are not new. Go ask your mother. These questions are not new. So listen to your mom. There's probably a reason why she wouldn't approve of this man. And ask her what it is. And if she has a valid point, maybe consider taking her advice. But if maybe there's a misunderstanding, she doesn't really understand the guy, then give it time. But there's a reason why you know she wouldn't approve. And that reason, why do you approve of it? I don't know, that's a relationship I have with my mom. We don't all have the same relationships with our moms, but that is my relationship with my mom in that she knows me, she knows my values, and she knows when I'm underselling myself, when I'm selling myself short. And if she does not approve of a man, then she probably has a really good reason and I should listen. But guys, we want to burn so that we know that the fire is hot. So let's learn. We'll see. I don't know. That's what I would do. Question number 4 is an interesting one, okay? Has a thing to do with different lifestyles. What is your advice for a wife who loves partying while her husband doesn't? There was no greeting sent in this. It was just that's the question thrown at me. But anyway, it's fine. If the tables were turned, and he was the one who liked partying and you didn't, how would you feel? It's a bit hard to see this because our judgments are kind of clouded in that obviously you like to go out, but he doesn't. So you can't really put yourself in his shoes. Here's what I think if I was in your shoes. When I think, I'm a quite jealous person. So at the beginning of our relationship, he was just like, don't do anything to me that you wouldn't want me to do for you, okay? And it's the same thing. If you are still friends with your ex, are you happy with me being friends with my ex? If you are happy, if you want to go out and party without me, are you happy to let me go out and party with you? Let me tell you about my man. My man is fine. Scrumptious, delicious. Booty's so great. Shoulders. Those shoulders just make you want to go. Just put your face on your shoulders. Those shoulders just make you want to. And then you just want to. That's my man. So for me to think of my man going out without me, well, all these vouchers are out there. These hyenas all around us. And my man, unprotected, unguarded, without me. I would not be great with that. I wouldn't. Yes, he can go out with his guy friends, every now and again. However, if it was a lifestyle for him that every Friday he goes out and he goes drinking without me, get a problem, and I stay home and I do nothing, then I have a problem. I think that if we go out, if majority of the times we go out together, and every now and again he's going out with his friends, that's fine. Because I think that a person needs their space, needs to be with their friends, and just have guy talk, or girls just need to have girl talk. That's fine. But it's not a thing that I do all the time. That I go out 8 times a month, and out of those 8 times a month, I never go with you. It's a problem for me. This is me, my shoes, me. You have to turn the tables around. I don't know how many times you go out. I don't know where you go out to, and I don't know what you do when you go out. But you have to understand that women are hunted when they go out. It's the fact of life. Men look at women and they want to hit on you, and just tell me that you've gone out and men don't hit on you ever, or men just want to talk to you ever. I'm pretty sure they do. And if you're enjoying the attention from men when you are out, then it's a problem. It's a problem in your relationship. You cannot put yourself in risk of a man winning with you where your man is not there. I'll give you an example. Yes, I can go out every now and then with my friends. We go out, it's fine. But I cannot put myself in a place where a guy is able to shoot his shot freely and he can shoot many shots with me all the time. That is putting my relationship at danger. Why would I do that? I wouldn't do that. That's not good. So for me, if the tables were turned, I wouldn't want my man to constantly every weekend be going out without me, drinking, coming back late without me. It's a problem. All the time, it's a problem. The scales need to be tipped in my favor. Majority of the time, we should be going out together. Then every now and again, go out with your friends. It's fine. I encourage it. Go. But otherwise, it doesn't make me comfortable. That's just me. I get it. Then question number 5, which is a good one, which I feel I might just do a full video on this one, but let's just talk about it. Hi Kopano. Hi. Can you please do a video on how not to have high expectations in a relationship, if there is such a thing, and how to communicate your needs to your partner without sounding like you're always nagging? You should have high standards. You should. Because standards are a thing that goes both ways. Your man should have standards and you should have standards. This is something I learned in the relationship I have with my man now. He holds himself in high regards and he expects me to hold myself in the same level. In a relationship, you can't have a person whose standards are here and a person whose standards are here for themselves. This is standards for yourself, how you treat yourself and what you will and will not accept. You have to do this. It's not a matter of doing this. It's doing this. In life, you only go up. No? Secondly, the thing with standards is, it is things that you want for yourself and also you want for the other person. So if I say that my standards are that I will not be treated in a specific way, then you will not treat your man in that way either. If your standards are that we don't keep friends with our exes, right? I don't keep friends with my exes, then he can't keep friends with his exes. The standards must match, okay? So you saying that you don't, not to have high expectations in a relationship. The problem with expectations in a relationship is that they are not communicated. That's when expectations become a problem. You need to communicate your expectations if you want him to meet them, or if you want him to at least talk to you about whether they are reasonable or unreasonable. As women, we want men they must smell out what we want. They must smell out that we want flowers on Valentine's Day. I told my husband that, I grew up with a father who spoils his woman on Valentine's Day. He spoils his daughters, he spoils his wife on Valentine's Day. What does my husband do? Spoils me on Valentine's Day. I told my husband that, I love flowers and I'd like you to randomly buy me flowers as often as you possibly can. What does my husband do? Buys me flowers. But it's an expectation that I communicated. But as women, we like that he must sniff out, that we are going to do all this work around the house and then we get angry because he didn't help us. But how was he supposed to know that our expectation was for him to help us in the house? Guys, you can't set your man up to fail. You need to set your man up to win. And in order for him to win, you need to communicate your expectations. So tell him what your expectations are. And understand that to a certain degree, those things are negotiable. To a certain degree, certain expectations are negotiable. And I'll tell you why. Because you need to meet to the point where you have an understanding with a person. And sometimes your expectations make no sense to the other person. And therefore, they're very hard for him to uphold. So when you communicate your expectations with him, he gets to see them, he gets to respond, and you guys get to negotiate or compromise. And certain standards must never ever be compromised. You'll communicate that with him. But other standards and expectations can be spoken about. When you get his perspective and he gets your perspective, then it all makes sense. All right, boos. That was Cozy Conversations. Hey, honeys, hold on. I liked this one. I liked it. What did you think? Maybe we'll do more of these. Like once a month, we'll just do gathered questions for Cozy Conversations on a little bit more personal issues that are in my inbox that you guys send that we should answer, because I feel as though maybe more people are in this situation. But like I said, it's things that I would do if I was in your shoes. But let me know, in these scenarios, what would you do if you were in one of these 5 scenarios? Let me know in the comment section down below. But until next time, beautiful people, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for liking this video. Until our next How I Do Things, and until our next Cozy Conversations, I hope that you have an absolutely beautiful and blessed Sunday. I love you all. Mwah. Bye. Hey gorgeous, thank you so much for making it to the end of this beautiful Cozy Conversations. I hope your Sunday is going really well. Look, if you have not subscribed, here's the button. Just click on my face and you'll be able to subscribe. And if you have not gone to my website yet, then you're missing out, because I have a free ebook all about the 7 ways to boost your confidence. Head over there and get it now. Until later, mwah, bye.